All right, welcome to another Clutch Burners podcast. This is your home for stick shift drag racing, stick shift tech. And in this episode, we got a special guest tonight. But my most special guest is my co-host, Rich Guido, the Canadian Chuck Norris, and I am BangShift Billy. So, Canadian Chuck Norris, who do we have tonight?
Tonight we have Jason Harvey from Top End Fabrications, builder, fixer of many badass stick cars. We'll get to the fixer part as well as the builder part in this conversation. So how's it going tonight, Jason?
Awesome.
Man, it's fantastic. The weather's nice. Had a good productive day down here at the shop. Trying to get ready for Wisconsin.
Man, there is all
Nice.
kinds of eye candy behind you.
Yeah, we're truly blessed with some of the best customers. I tell you what.
So, Jason, tell us about what is Wisconsin for those not following.
Well, though, if you're not following that one, I don't know what you are following, but that is going to be probably one of the biggest stick shift races of the year. Ryan and the guys are putting on an amazing event. I guess Brett's come out and thrown the real hot monster out there, so it's going to be a show.
I was just saying to somebody,
and when is it? Sorry.
it's
When is it?
September 11th and 12th.
Yes.
I-
Yeah, if you're not there, you better get tickets and get there.
Get tickets. No, we're going to show up and race. That's what I'm doing.
That's what we're trying to do with a bunch of these, but we got to get there.
So for those of you who are listening, who don't know, it's a 32 car field. I don't know how many cars he's signed up, but I think it's a 32 car field. I think it's same as bragging rights. It gets split down the middle. And there's the Outlaw group, and then the rest of us below that. Because I sure won't be making the Outlaw group, but or at least, God, I hope I don't make number 16. But
Yeah.
and so this is the third year, I think. Is that right, Jason?
I believe it is his third year, yes.
Yeah. And so, yeah, Ryan Peterson's putting it on. And yes, Brett's going to make his debut. But we all know Brett well enough to know that won't be his first outing. I'm guessing somewhere there's some testing going on already that we haven't heard about. But
yeah, if he's not at Bradenton right now, I'd be really surprised.
Yeah. Is there a live camera?
You must
there
have some.
Yeah,
you must have some work going on. We got some background noise coming in.
Or do we? Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah.
I think of 1 second. Let me turn it off. There we go. Sorry, I got one guy that's still hanging around the shop trying to get some things done on a couple of cars.
How dare
Is that any better on you, or is it?
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, that was
okay, good. Okay.
Why don't you tell us a bit about
awesome.
What you do and how long you've been doing it and some of your customers.
So I'm a partner in the Top End Fabrication. We have a performance side of the business that does mainly bolt-ons, superchargers, suspension stuff, street rods, stuff like that. And then we've got the fabrication side of the business that does anything from turbo kits to the full-blown chassis that you see right here behind us, some repairs, like you said. Try to get our boys back out racing. Got a few more things in the works. We're like always, trying to expand and get bigger. So that's kind of what we do. We've been doing this here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
I'm sorry. So we've been in this facility right now for 10 years. It just keeps growing. It just keeps growing. And the stick shift guys have been so good to us over the last 4 or 5 years since we started doing a couple of the big name cars, and it's been great.
And how many guys do you have working at the shop with you?
So we've got 7 employees and my business partner Sean and myself.
And
that's all.
Yeah, I've seen.
And where are you guys located?
Well, a couple of the stick cars that you're working on / fixing. Vlad after his bad crash, right? And Josh Maddie.
Yeah, we got Vlad back together. Yep.
How close is his car? You think he'll make Wisconsin or no?
I don't know if he'll make. He should. They've just got to get their ducks in a row with a reassembly on it, and they just got it back from paint. So I'm not sure what all he's got to do. I know they got to wire it and plumb it and stuff like that. So it's probably going to be a push for him, but I know they'll more than likely try to make it.
Nice. And Josh. Sounds like Josh is pretty close to being right back together again too, hey?
Yeah, we've made some good headway on Josh's car. It's right here behind me. We've got the front end tubed out on it, repaired the broken carbon front end and doors, new suspension parts, had a lot of great companies hop on board and really bend over backward. We lost somebody. Have no audio.
That was me. I was mute. I got a cat in the background. I can hear purring. So it's like, just yeah, we lost Bill. He'll jump back in here though.
Okay. So yeah, no, Josh coming back together real nice. We've had some great companies hop on board. You know, we deal a lot with Hammer Fab and the guys up at TRZ, and, you know, Bullseye Turbo is always there for us. So those guys have been instrumental in getting him back to a point. We're trying the next 2 weeks to get him to go back home so he can get it buttoned up for Wisconsin.
Yeah, buttoned up, and a couple of test passes would be nice before then too. Hey.
Yeah, we'd be really excited to get those in.
And Real Teal, are you allowed to talk about what's going on there? I think he's posted what he's been up to.
We can. Yeah, we can. We're just doing a. Oh, there's Billy coming back in now.
Can't hear you, Bill.
He's back with no audio.
There we go. I said my Starlink is just not cooperating.
I hear you. So no, Real Teal, he's in for we're doing a mini tub on it and doing the 25.5, retaining the stock floor on the car.
Great. Yeah.
Just
And
making things a little safer. And
still a nitrous setup on that?
it is going to be a nitrous setup this coming year.
And still Ford, Bill.
Yeah, that thing seems to have, I know. Yeah, that's why it's so fast. Come on.
Yeah. I can't argue with you on that one.
And have you worked on Ryan Peterson's car too, or?
We did. We got introduced to Ryan, and fortunately and unfortunately at FL2K year before last, when he had the incident at the top end of the track, he contacted us about going back together with the car. We were the ones that 4-linked it and did all the back half work, and then hung all the carbon and all that inside of it.
You guys are busy dudes.
And we stay after it. We've got a shop full, and it never stops. We've got some great projects on the horizon, and we've got some surprises coming for the stick shift guys that aren't. The cat's not quite out of the bag yet on a couple of them, so I got to hold those tight.
Yeah.
So do you think Brent LaSalle is going to have some competition? Is that what you're leading to?
There's going to be some competition coming for him for sure, but he's going to be fast. There's something about those guys. They're going to test. They're going to come out hard. I mean, nobody can think that they're not going to go out there and go a 40 or a 30 right off the bat.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see the difference in that car from an automatic to a stick shift and what it runs.
Yeah, it's the program they bring is top notch. I mean, everybody involved in that whole thing is just, I mean, they go over and above, and all the data they collect, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and I think we were trying to get him on here too, but his background is really interesting. I think I'm not sure if it was Mercedes or who he used to work for, but his troubleshooting skills and data collecting, all that kind of stuff is, he's pretty meticulous for sure. It's kind of funny how that his program almost went full circle, because the first car he debuted was a stick car that they converted to an automatic, and then here we are going back to stick, back to how God designed it.
Funny story. We actually put Joel's new car together after he had the chassis built when he sold the old car to Brett.
Yeah.
So we were the ones that put the new car all the way together after he got the roller.
Yeah, I don't know. Is Joel coming back out too, or?
He is. He's in the rebuilding process of it. Got a lot of great things coming together on it. Just touching up some loose ends, trying to get some testing done. Not at liberty to say when he'll be bringing the car back at what race, but it's coming.
Yeah, and Joel Granis should have his car out too. I don't know if he signed up for Wisconsin, but if he is, man, it's going to be a hell of an event.
Yeah, that's another one that's going to be a fast car. Those guys put in the work. They test. And this piece right here is going to be something else.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's going to need a transmission jack to put the transmission in that car now. He's just going to press it in there the way he's been getting jacked.
Man, I tell you what.
Yeah. So I was doing lots of spying on your page today. You pretty much work on everything. I saw some big block Chevy, Chevelles, some Oldsmobiles. Pretty much work on it all at your shop.
Yeah, we do a little bit of everything. The guys across the street, man, they stay after it, and they do. I mean, I can see a small block Ford MG over there right now. There's 2 big wheel cars with big blocks in them, some drag and drive stuff over there. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going on across the street. Those guys stay after it.
It's pretty crazy how the stick shift world is just growing. Like people like Brett joining too, but I mean, even before that, there was it's just crazy how many fast stick cars are coming out, and Yeah, I'm excited for where it's headed for sure.
Yeah, we've seen a big increase the last 2.5 years. It's really, we cut our teeth on Thomas West's little Honda Civic, and then we were lucky enough to get Sean Madden's Betty White in here, and we were the original. We built Betty White for him, and that was cutting our teeth, getting in the door, learning a whole bunch. But since then, I tell you what, man, it's gotten wild. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Outlaw Stick shift cars in here right now. It's I mean, you can see Thomas's CTSV Cadillac sitting over there in the corner. That's going to be a gnarly piece too.
Is that his?
And you've got some that you can't tell us about, right? Sitting there.
I got two that are under wraps that nobody knows about right now.
Perfect.
And Thomas will be at Wisconsin with one of his cars too.
I think they're going to bring the S2000.
Oh yeah,
as the plan right now. Speaking with Josh last night, I think they're going to bring it up.
Nice. And with wheelie bars, I'm guessing.
They've got them set up for the car, but after the last little round, it went to Hammer Fab, and they set it up with a 4-link setup, and the Preston brothers been helping out, and Josh has been playing with the keyboard a little bit. And man, they've got that thing moving pretty good, just no bars on it. So I don't know that you'll see the bars on it, but that thing's coming around.
And the Preston brothers, are they the ones that were helping?
Yeah, they're with Madden doing Betty White and Django.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah, those guys are.
Yeah, those are some pretty impressive builds. That's for sure.
Yeah, they are. Those are two really nice cars.
Yeah.
So, Jason, do you go to the track and help tune as well, or like chassis or engine, or are you more?
I go more for the chassis setup of the cars. Me and my team, we try to make every stick event this year and last year. Well, I think we've been to every one of them. We might have missed one. But for the most part, we go support all the stick shift guys and just try to help out where we can.
Good. I might have to hit you up over there.
Yeah. I think a couple of my guys come talk to you at Rockingham. They took some time off of Josh's car and off a couple of the others and walked over there and had a few words with you. One of my guys is a jiu-jitsu guy, so he was all in your other game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're probably going, you need to lose some weight, 4,050 pounds. And
yeah, don't listen to them, Rich. They don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, more than once I've thought about chopping the front end off of that thing and putting a tubular front end, but it just hasn't happened. It's too big.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to as much as you drive that thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's lots of fun though. And it works okay.
Yeah, for sure. So Jason, tell me a little bit about how you guys started off. Like, were you just did you start with your own stuff? Where did the shop start? Like, let's rewind.
Yeah. So in our infancy early on, Sean and I, my business partner, we've known each other for, I guess, about 30, 35 years now. Really dating ourselves there. But we started out like most people doing street racing. I had a Fox body Mustang, a little bit of nitrous on it, stick shift car that I street raced. Sean had a Camaro. We kind of on different ends of the spectrum, kind of acquaintances, then became friends. And we kind of ran it part-time for about 15 years. Sean come and work for me on the side a little bit here and there, and we'd build a few cars. And about 10 years ago, the corporate life it just wasn't what it was cut up to be. And we said there had to be more to life. So we stepped out, walked away from our careers and got a building, opened a shop, and haven't looked back. I mean, it's been a blast for the last 10 years. We've got some great employees, some of the best customers. I tell you what, we couldn't have got nowhere without all these people. It's crazy.
Jason, what was that career, that corporate life? What was it?
I was a fabrication supervisor for Kenco Logistics at Komatsu.
Interesting.
So building big equipment. Yeah. Is that it?
Building big equipment, handling raw materials coming in from overseas. Then I made a transition to the corporate life for about 3 years at the big home office, and it just wasn't me. This quality of life was not there.
The suit and tie just didn't work?
It didn't work. I didn't look as good as I do in this top end t-shirt.
That's probably accurate.
And so you guys, did you go from like back half in cars and then to tube chassis and roll cages and roll bars, and it just kind of progressed from there?
Yeah. I mean, in our little area down here in Chattanooga, there wasn't there wasn't a lot of fabricators that did the low end niche. We mainly started out doing 10-point and 6-point roll bars, roll cages. just small stuff for our local track stuff. I mean, we're probably 12 miles from Lines Custom Motorsports down here. Tim Lines and the guys do some of the baddest pro mods out there. So we never stepped off into that, and we would do mini tubs and just little hot rod things and stuff like that. And then actually when we opened the business, we had one 25-3 car that we had built, and we were still doing 10 points and just small stuff like that in street cars. And then we just slowly progressed. And I would say the first, 5 years, we didn't fool with a whole lot of chassis cars. And then we kind of delved off into it, got some great employees involved, and really started going that direction. A lot of mentorship from Tim Lines and the guys over there really helped out a bunch. And it's never slowed down.
Yeah. Quality.
Jason, do you have a favorite platform you like to start with, or does it matter?
It really doesn't matter. I'm a Mustang guy at heart, so it's hard for me not to go from a Fox body or an SN95 car.
That's a Ford,
my first
Rich. That's
race
a Ford.
car. Yeah, it is a Ford. Rich will be glad to know that my business partner is a Pontiac Buick guy. Don't hold that against him. He's got a Pontiac powered Firebird that's his drag and drive street car. And then of course I've got an old F100 with a Coyote with a blower on it, just stuff we play around with. But I like the Ford stuff. Sean likes the GM side of things, so it works out pretty good.
Yeah. Well, clearly,
That's awesome.
Yeah, you have a bit of everything in the shop. So
Yeah.
You want to talk?
So what is, I'm not super educated on chassis stuff, and that seems to be a huge part of it. Where do you start with that? Like, I would imagine a 4-link is a much better setup than a leaf spring, just because it gives you a lot more adjustability. But
It
do you
is,
guys do both?
we do both. Our drag and drive car that Jack Brooks and the Dirt Nasty Chevy 2, the old ratty rusty Chevy 2, he works here with us. That's a leaf spring car. But most of the stuff we're doing now, 99% of it's all 4-link cars. Generally, we'll just take a pretty decent car and cut the floor out of it and all the extra sheet metal bracing off the inside and go to town with it.
And do you have a favorite source for like rear end components, like shocks, those types of things, or do you guys use a bunch of different folks?
Yeah, we kind of stick with the people that, the recipe that works, I guess, in the stick shift world. It's the Hammer Fab does all of our rear end housings. Our Hammer Concept does all of our rear end housings. All the 4-link stuff comes through them. Turbos, we like using the stuff that Bill offers over there. Bullseye. Some of the FIS stuff's pretty cool. I don't know people. FIS stuff's really nice. We like using a lot of that.
Who does?
Sorry, lost my train of thought there.
Do you guys build engines too?
We do not. Found out that the customer supplied engine's definitely the better way to go.
Yeah. Fair enough. So you probably see, would you say, what's the split? Is it a lot of LS stuff, a lot of small block Ford, or is it just a total mix of stuff?
I'd say 60% LS stuff. It's been changing up. We've got Tyler Wyndham's got his twin turbo Coyote car that we're in the midst of putting back together. So
You're losing our connection with you a bit there, Jason. I don't know.
Yeah, let me try to get
Yeah, I was going to ask if that was just me, but you may have to re-answer that question. Oh, he's gone. He'll log back in. And are you picking up a bunch of background noise from my mic?
At first I thought I was hearing some echoing, but it's been good. But I can hear your dog, but
that's okay. I keep seeing my mic spiking up. I'm like, is that the dog? She's playing with some toy, and I thought this microphone was a little less directional, but I guess it's picking it all up. So we'll wait for him to log back in here. But yeah, so you're going to this race.
I snuck in.
Are there still spots available? Still spots available?
Doesn't sound like it, but you never know. You hit up Brian Peterson, and he might find some room for you.
And do they care about your cage cert at this event?
There we go.
Am I back?
Yes, sir.
Yes, he's back.
Sorry about that, guys. My Wi-Fi cut off. I don't know what that was.
That's okay. I just asked Rich a very good question. I said, on this event, are they too concerned about the cage cert? Like, if you're an 850, are they going to limit you to 850, or do they don't care? Do you know?
Ryan did.
The Wisconsin race, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Ryan did post that NHRA rules apply. That's all he said. So I'm assuming that it means I'm limited to 850, but we'll see. Sometimes what's on the interwebs might not be the exact truth, so we'll see. But
Yeah,
Jason,
yeah, push the envelope a little bit.
yeah, yeah, it's the car's been 828 at 174, so and I have a bigger
That's
turbo now,
that's moving.
It's moving.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully it doesn't rip the chute off the car if I go faster than that. But
Need to get that
You might
7-second pass up there.
yes,
You might need 2 shoots for that thing.
yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely happy when it hits and you could feel it. I was just watching Clay Milliken's video and I didn't know this, but at most NHRA tracks where those guys race, there's what does he call it? Like a radar wall or something at about 1,000 feet.
Oh,
That if it doesn't if he hasn't tripped his parachute by then, it'll trip it automatically. But the track that he was at didn't have that, and then he was a little late, so he went for a little ride to the beach. He was fine and everything, but Clay's pretty good about sharing data and stuff.
yeah.
But I was gonna say, Jason, like you're fixing a couple of cars that are that had pretty bad wrecks, but both those guys walked out of there no problem at all. Like Josh, I think, was a little stiff, and Vlad, same thing. Vlad's was really sad in the fact that that was his first outing since he had put that car together, right?
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, and that was heartbreaking for sure. But he's had good spirits through it, and coming back stronger and better. And he's gonna have a nice piece when he comes back out, just like it was.
Yeah, yeah, and it was nice that Joel did what he could for him too, and all the t-shirt sales, all that money went to him. So that was pretty awesome that Joel did that for him. Definitely didn't have to. That's not
Yeah, that
normally
was
the way it works at racetracks. So
yeah, that was simply amazing. Like you said, he didn't have to do that, and that was really over and above out of his kindness there. I'm glad to see it, and that was great.
So if you had your choice, and I think I know the answer to this, between trying to fix a Josh Manning or a Vlad car, would you just build another one, or because going through a chassis that's hit the wall, I mean, that must be you must have to be pretty meticulous about that. I think to make sure everything's okay before they're.
You do. There's a lot of checking that goes into that. Those are two pretty bad wrecks. Vlad's was not as rough as Josh's was. A lot of Vlad's repairs and go back together with stuff that, tubing the front end, it really needed that anyway. And the stuff it messed up, we took out and beefed up. Josh was a little more hurtful. We had just done a few updates on the car. Some of that got wrinkled up, we were able to go in and cut some more of the stock frame out because, most people don't realize that Josh's car still had bumper to bumper the factory Z06 frame front to back.
Wow.
So we just now got to cutting that thing off.
Yeah.
Wow. So probably drop some weight and makes it safer, right?
Yeah. We've added a few more bars this time. I definitely stiffened the front end up. That car acts a little bit different every time you add something to it. It's very sensitive, but Josh is so meticulous on his data acquisition. He is next level.
Yeah, we know Josh well. We've had him on here, and he's part of another group that we're part of. And the data collection and everything that Josh does to make sure that he goes down the track is pretty impressive for sure. I can't wait to see it out again, and hopefully he'll make some passes before the event. But
yeah, a guy like that makes you think that 40 sensors is not nearly enough.
yeah,
yeah, he is definitely. I think he's got a Dominator full and then some over here.
That's saying something because they got a lot of inputs and outputs.
Yeah, there's a bunch of wires in there.
Yeah.
You guys do the wiring and stuff too, or you do the chassis and ship her off to somebody else to do the wiring and ECUs?
We have a wiring guy here in house, but most of the customers like to wire their own cars so they know where the stuff is. Josh, very meticulous about his wiring. He's gone through a few harnesses and a few different iterations of it. So he definitely does all of his own wiring. And then some of the guys farm it out. Devin does great work. There's Michael Button down there in Georgia does amazing work. But it's really hard to get in the ring with those guys and try to do that same stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The list, the waiting list is long, or the line to get in is long, and you get what you pay for. If you're not prepared to pay up for that stuff, you're going to have some sticker shock.
You are. It's expensive. There's no cheap way to wire a race car.
Not the right way, anyway.
No.
No.
Yeah, and I think the reality is if you're a full blown build a car from scratch, it just takes so long, right? It's probably nice that you can bring a car in, do the chassis work, and then ship it off to the next person in line. But it's a lot of money tied up in cars and a lot of pressure, I'm guessing, anyways, just to try to get the cars done so they can get back out there.
It is. It's a definite juggling act. It's in this industry, these things are expensive. There's no two ways about it. They're just expensive. Parts, parts is always the hindrance. We can have all the greatest plans in the world and we'd be waiting on parts for something. So you got to keep so much in the pipeline to keep the guys going and to keep things moving forward. And it's a juggling act. It's hard to stay on them and keep on every one of them. You're not going to make everybody happy. You're not going to make the right move every time, but you just got to keep doing your best and try to keep moving forward with everything, and just a lot of planning. And sometimes I do a good job, sometimes I don't.
So let me ask you this. So when you guys have a car come in to build, like, do you have X number of parts on the shelf that you're going to use, like 4-link stuff and shocks? I mean, those have to be valved, but do you have parts in stock, or do you just know ahead of time, all right, we got to order this, and you just roll out the order form?
We started doing that several years back, and then we've come to find out, Brian and the guys at Hammer Concepts, they're so close to us, we can have everything tomorrow. So a car comes in, we've got a generic build list that we have to start with. That's the upfront money. We get that stuff coming. It's in here sitting in a box before the car's even cut up and trimmed down. So keeping the overhead here in house just doesn't make any sense for us. These guys work so well to get us the parts so quick. We're truly blessed with these companies. I mean, it's unreal.
That's awesome. So it sounds like having these shops, it's almost like the NASCAR, the Carolinas. Oh my God, this dog. Sorry, I have a puppy. She's like, enough, Dad. I'm ready for my walk and play time.
Yes. Mine's at home banging at the door, I promise.
Yeah. But it seems like in the NASCAR world, a lot of those shops are in proximity of each other. It sounds like that's really helpful for you guys as well.
It is. And we've made a point of really working with all the other shops around we love buying local. We love supporting all the other businesses that do this. There's 3 other fab shops within 30 minutes of us. We've got Lions Custom Motorsports, QBRs down the road, and Duncan Race Car Fabrication all do amazing work. And we try to spread it around, and anything they offer, we try to get. And, we work with Justin Brainer to get our shocks and our clutch packages. Like I said, Hammer Concepts, the guys over at TRZ, it's anything we can buy from these smaller businesses or businesses like ours. We try to focus on that. It's not always the cheapest route, but we feel like it's the best route for the industry moving forward.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so when you 4-link a car, like if Bill brought you his Fairlane, it's a drag and drive style car, and he wanted to get rid of the leaf springs, would you have to cut the whole floor out of the back of the car to do that, or could you do that?
I would prefer to cut it from the seats back. Give you a fresh canvas to work to. You can always sheet metal it back in and make it really nice, but you want all the room you can get to work on and get all the adjustment in it. Get the ride height just sitting exactly where you want it, and make sure the car sets right and the bar angles are good, and you just end up with a better product at the end.
Yeah. Probably not necessary for 850 cage though.
But who's going to run 850s forever?
I'd have to build another car, but yes, I hear you. And just like Rich, I'd have to build a car that's probably at least 1,000 pounds lighter or something like that.
Yeah,
they can all be that light when they're quarters in a rocker panel.
Yeah,
true. Well, yeah, that's true. But I'd lose my cushy bench seats if we did that.
You would for sure. I mean, we took a 4,800 pound Cadillac and made it weigh 2,900 and something.
Oh. I bet Cadillac's not very happy with that. The owner probably is, but Cadillac's like, where's the cushy ride and our air conditioned seats and all the airbags?
Thomas loves it.
Yeah.
Nice. You could probably sell a bunch of the parts you'd cut out of that thing, probably pay for the car, right?
We did a lot of these cars, believe it or not, that way. Like Josh's Corvette, that thing's a 23,000 mile original Z06 that never been in the rain when we cut it apart.
Wow.
So he had to recoup some of his funds. Yeah, it was painful. I actually called Josh 3 separate times in about 3-week span that I stopped working on it to make sure he wanted to cut the floors out of this thing before we started. I just couldn't do it.
Wow. Yeah.
You got
That's something for
you
sure.
got
I
great
know.
customers, just not the smartest customers. And we resemble that remark, so we're allowed to say.
Yes.
We support bad decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like Chad Fagley's Corvette. Like that thing was super, super low mile car. I don't remember all the details, but he cut that thing up right away.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We've had several of them in here like that are just super nice cars. You know, like, we shouldn't be cutting this car up, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, at least they don't, and I could be wrong, but maybe they're not wheeling in a numbers matching 63 Corvette and being like, all right, I want to make a stick shift killer out of this. And you're like, wait, please don't.
No, nothing like that. Not yet anyway.
Yeah.
And you said you've built some drag and drive cars?
We've done a few. Like I said, Jack's Chevy 2, the little rusted up Chevy 2 with the 540 big block and the twins on it. We built that one. Then we've got a little SN95 Mustang we're doing. It's the LS, twin turbo setup, just kind of run of the mill cookie cutter stuff you would do to one. And we've done a few different ones. Just those are the 2 most notable ones that come to mind right now.
Did you try to tell him that Ford should have a small block Ford in it?
I did, but he is reluctant. I told him to put a Coyote in it.
Oh, yes. Even better.
Yes.
Well, thanks for trying, Jason. I mean, they have to be part of their own rescue, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't save everybody.
Yeah, I think
Yep, that's right.
as far as drag and drive stick shift cars go, I think Chad Fagley is still holds the record for the fastest average. But it'll be interesting to see if Brett decides to build another engine that's got water in it and do some drag and drive, because he likes drag and drive. So it'll be interesting to see if he could come out and collect the bounty.
Well, couldn't he just
I think
slide
that man
the
just
old
loves
motor?
the challenge.
Yeah, couldn't he just slide the old motor in it? Because he did have he's done some drag and drives with the car, hasn't he?
Yep. Yeah, I don't know where the old motor is or what the but yeah, he's got some resources, so I'm sure he'll be back out and break some more records. So I'm super stoked. It's gonna be very interesting to see where he goes with that.
And is that the first event he's doing with that new setup in the car, or has he got something before that?
Nope. I think that's the biggest stick shift race that's coming up. You know, maybe he'll do something local there, and but I'm sure he's testing. But I think that's his first outing. So
that'll be top secret testing. He won't be publishing that stuff.
No, nobody will know what it goes until it gets there at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I mean, we know some people that'll know, but they're not going to tell us either.
No.
So,
And the bad part is he's walking into a field with a bunch of killers out there. I mean, he can't be slacking on his game. I mean, you know as well as I do, stick shift racing, you bobble one time, these guys will drive clean past you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the advantage he has is he's got a car and the knowledge that's set up really well. I mean, the chassis on that thing just works.
It's amazing.
The power delivery is going to be a little different with the stick shift, and they'll have to make some adjustments there with the the interruption of power for the shifts and stuff. And at that level, that's a big deal. Like when the chassis settles and then comes back on with the power, it's not like just a glide where that dot goes to the one spot in the tune curve and it just stays there. It's not like that. It's all over the place. So
yeah, the one thing about Brett though, he's got some of the best people in the game working on that car.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's smart.
If anybody's going to figure it out, they're going to get it.
For sure. Yeah. Well, with Motion and Mark Williams and that whole conglomerate, they want him to succeed, and he wants to too. He's fiercely competitive. So it's going to be exciting for sure.
We ain't coming to lay down for him. So
no,
just he better come with his big boy pants on is all I know. Because there's some people out here that are going to be fast right there with him.
Yep. For sure.
Do you know how the prep has been the last couple of years at the Wisconsin race? Has the prep been good?
The prep's been really good. That's where Josh set the record for the Corvette record back 3 years ago. So the prep's usually pretty good. Ryan says it'll be on point again this year.
That's awesome.
So probably bring your slicks, Rich. You'll be fine.
Well, I thought we might as well pick Jason's brain a bit because so do you mostly build radial cars?
That's basically all we build. I actually have one of the guys on staff that runs a big tire, no time car. does really well with it. But my knowledge base just hovers around the small tire radial stuff. That's all I've done for the last probably 20 years.
Yeah. It's, I had a recent experience where Bill and I did battle at Big Sky Race Week in Montana. And I brought slicks and I brought radials. And probably for the last 3 years, I've been nothing but PBRs. And the last couple of years, 28 by 9 PBRs, just so I could get the chassis sitting down further on the tire. And it's been working really well for me. Like 133, 60 foots, I think is my best with, 4,000 pounds. And
Awesome.
so I went down there thinking, I'd probably be better off on slicks. I didn't change, and I've just got a stock 65 GMA body triangulated 4-link. I do have a couple of holes where I could, make it less aggressive, but I didn't change the bars at all. And I tell you what, I could not make those slicks work for me.
Yeah, they were not happy.
No, and I mean the car's really heavy, and they weren't stiff wall slicks either, which I don't think was helping me. But Bill watched me struggle for 3 passes on day 1, and I also broke a shock. And then day 2, I made 2 passes, struggled on both of those. Bill was rubbing his hands together and changed his car over, and it was 165 degree track temperature, like 111 degrees a month.
Man.
And so I would have changed over if I was him too, but then I slapped my radials on for kind of like a Hail Mary pass. And I think the best I had gone was like a 650 spinning and in and out of the throttle, and went up there and went 575 right back on the PBRs. And
Nice.
so I don't know that I'll find myself going back. I got a race this weekend too, and it's on an airport, and I'll be running my radials, but I don't know if a bar change would have helped me with the slicks. But man, I'd love to pick somebody's brain to see what I would have to do to get those slicks working again. But it's tough.
Yeah, I think you'd have to look at the weight of the car and get into some shock adjustments, and then chase the bar down on that thing. That pro bracket radial is hard to beat. I mean, that thing's it's so forgiving for a radial, and man, it runs so strong.
So let's talk about the different tires. So I did run a slick at that event, and the margin between Rich and I by the last day after they threw out the rain day, which I did really well that day, was 0.017 for 6 days of racing. So it was pretty close. Like I was catching up, and I'll complain about the rain day, but honestly, it made it way more fun that we were so close. But I run a DR2, which I know they've got a newer version of that. But can you talk about the different tires, and some are better or more forgiving than others? Like just educate us here.
I mean, really, my only knowledge base that I have to refer on is more the radial stuff. Back when the old ET Street was out, and then we progressed to what was the 275 drag radial. It had its limits, and then they come out with the pro bracket radial, and they keep improving these tires. But man, I've not done enough of the slick stuff to even begin to delve into that. There's people out there way smarter than I am about it. For the radial,
I mean, just the radial. Like, let's just talk about those, not the slick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like the standard 275 60 drag radial, amazing tire. On a pretty decent surface, those will get down. They 60 foot really well. They're real stable up top. The pro bracket radial seems to be a little more forgiving on the marginal tracks. We go to Bowling Green and it's pretty fair. It gets hot during the day, and then, but the tire, I don't know that we could have got down on the regular 275, but the pro bracket radial was just so much more forgiving. It made it pretty easy to get down on that tire. We push these things, if we don't see something in the high 1-teens to low teens, high O's, it's really like you backed out on them, because I don't know that old 275 would have gone there, but the pro bracket's definitely got enough forgiveness in it to still get there in the teens.
And when you say forgiving, do you mean that the sidewall is softer, the compound is softer? Like, what is it?
Yeah, the sidewall's got a little more give. The compound's definitely quite a bit better. And it takes the hit a whole lot better. It just doesn't go up in smoke as quick than the track. If the track's on kill, you're down at Ducks race, either one of them's going to go down. I mean, you get to a Bowling Green, or you get, we've been to a few of them. It's a marginal track at best, and that's what we're all racing on. The bracket radial just gives you just a little bit better chance.
Yeah,
All right.
I've been super happy. Like I said, even with I think the reality is my car needs a mini tub, but that 28x9 and just getting that chassis, a little bit more leveled out, and so that it weight transfers right off the bat. Like I've just been amazed at how well the 28x9 PBR does on a big heavy car like mine. But
yeah, that's impressive for that little tire to be holding up like that.
Yeah, and they
You
seem
should
to
stick
last.
with it. You're doing great.
Yeah, Bill and I have to do battle at least once more this year. So it at that point it won't be. It'll be a different. I think it'll be a different battle. We're both limited to 850, and we've both been 850. So it'll be trying to dial our cars in, and just seeing how good of a bracket racer we are at 850. But it should be fun.
Yeah,
that'll be some good
definitely.
racing for sure.
Yeah.
And I think Tony and Tess are coming too. I think Tess is going to try to have her car ready for 850. So thankfully he's not bringing the gray mare, but the gray mare is only set up for 850, even though I think that thing's going to go 820s or maybe in the 7s once he gets that thing sorted. But it's 2,400 pounds.
That's an impressive little car. Yeah.
It's
more than 1,000 pounds lighter than both of our cars. I mean, it's nuts. Yeah.
1,650.
Yeah, both of y'all could do for some dieting.
Yeah. Some decisions would have to be made to reduce it street car ability to more race car, and it's tough. Like both our cars are super comfortable driving 1,000 miles. Like it's just nothing. It's comfortable. It's not loud.
I don't know that I want to go more than 1,000 feet in some of these cars. They're just they're uncomfortable to sit in, but
Oh, Jason, I think we're losing you again.
Playing the banjo.
What am I doing here?
Like you got a pretty mouth. Oh, hold up. Jason, are you still there?
Nope.
He's doing the freeze frame. Well, okay. I think you're back now. Well, okay. He's going to log back in. But yeah, I've thought about like what it would take to lighten our cars up, and really like losing the heater and the back seat and the stereo and some of those bits and pieces. Like, I just don't know. I don't think so.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay. No problem. So you were saying you didn't know if you wanted to, and then it dropped off.
But yeah. There's no way you could drag and drive most of these cars. They'd just wear you out. I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, every time Jack comes back from a drag and drive, I'm just in awe of the stories he's got and the stuff y'all go through out there. It's y'all are cut differently than I am.
It's just a different level of stupidity, I think, is what it is.
But it is true.
I mean, it's worth the war stories.
Yeah. Like I got 20,000 miles on my car, but the reality is if I took a whole bunch of weight out of it.
This year.
Yeah,
this year.
Wow. I don't have 20,000 miles on my daily driver this year.
Yeah. And I mean, it is comfortable. You can take the door bars out. My 84-year-old dad can climb in and out of it. No problem. Soon as the guy goes to the next level and you can't remove the door bars, everything, in my opinion, everything changes for a street car. Like
I agree.
It's just a little bit more challenging. I mean, the guy could still do it, and maybe one day, but it has to be comfortable if you want. I'm driving it to work tomorrow. Like it's 1,700 horsepower when it's turned up with the new turbo. So
it's amazing.
It is super cool how far technology has come that you could drive a car with that much horsepower and keep it streetable. Like people like they shake their heads when they see me pull into work because most of them know the story. And but it's comfy, and my son drove it at his wedding. Like so I think that's pretty cool. So I think Bill's right. If a guy wanted to build a full on drag and drive something to really compete in the stick shift world, you'd have to do it with another car, like a 62 Tempest or something like that. That's smaller already, and a guy could just get the saw out and go visit or something.
And for me, it would be like a 62, 63 Falcon. I mean, it's same lineage sort of as that. Something small and light that, wouldn't be nearly as comfortable to drive, but it would be way more competitive. I mean, you'd be 750 or faster with a car like that, even with the same power plant we have now. So you'd have that reliability, but you'd be moving, well, you'd have to be 3,000 pounds, but in Rich's case, that's 1,000 pounds less, and mine, it's 700 pounds less. Like, that's a lot. So,
but you guys would lose all of the comfort and the enjoyment of driving that thing, because I can promise you that that gutted out race car is not going to be near as cushy when it hits that 250 mile mark on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, and these events that we do, it's 250 miles in one day. Like, in fact, the last race week that I did earlier this year, the one drive day was 577 miles. The one day. Like, that was a lot.
You guys are nuts. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, my math when I'm going to go on one of these trips is I usually figure out where 1,000 miles will get me in one day, and that's usually what I'll do per day. Is I'll do 1,000 miles a day. So when I come to Wisconsin, it's like I think it's like 26-hour drive. So we'll do 16 hours or something on the first day and get 1,000 miles down, and yeah, but I couldn't do it I don't think I could do it if I was in a race seat. And I mean, my car's it's pretty cushy for a car that does 850.
That's insane. That drive you make down to Florida to do sick week, and that thing is just bananas to me. I don't see how you do it.
Yeah, well,
and Rich, it's pretty comfortable for a car that goes 820s. I mean, let's not lie. It's been 828.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, with a big cushy seat in it and something you can hop in and drive. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm
definitely
super stoked for the Wisconsin one, though, for sure. And do you have you, when you're building some of these cars, have you done the those bars so that you can just slide the transmission out of the way? Did you do that on Josh's car, or?
We did it on Josh's car. We actually come back and retrofitted it in. The Corvettes are really narrow in the transmission tunnel area, so unless you built it to begin with a lot wider, it's really challenging. Josh's car actually started life to be a fast street car. It was never intended to be a stick shift outlaw car. So a lot of the things in it were built for a street car, so it doesn't lend itself to a lot of things we get into. Now, cars like Tyler's new car and, a couple of others that we're doing, we have a bolt-in slider kit that we keep on the shelf now that we've designed. And we try to put those in every one of the cars now. It just makes it easier. Servicing the transmission from the top and not having to pull it out of the car makes life so much easier.
Yeah, totally. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. But on the way back from bragging rights, actually, my car started making some noise in sixth gear and fifth gear and third gear and second gear and first gear.
No.
So it was I had pretty much diagnosed it by the time we got to the gas station, and I knew that it was the input shaft because fourth gear was quiet. And so I'm thinking, all right, well, we're going to have to swap the transmission because I had a spare. And I've done it enough that it was an hour and 20 minutes and we were back on the road at a gas station. So,
holy cow.
I don't have a slider, but I have a nice little transmission jack with a CNC piece that mates with the transmission. And sometimes you shouldn't be that good at some stuff, but you're pretty happy when hot outside and you could do it that fast. But those sliders.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Pretty trick for sure. And so I got Josh's. There's a Cadillac in the back.
What's that one right over your right hand shoulder with the two turbos right there? What's that one?
The one in the floor or the?
Well, either one.
Side.
You got one. That one. Yeah, that one.
That's Josh's car on the. That's Josh's car on the table.
Okay. And what's the one behind
you? The Cadillac's the one on the floor. That's the Cadillac in the floor. I'm trying to block the one behind Real Teal because that's the one that doesn't exist.
You're doing a good job.
And what's the one? What's the one on the rack? The one up high.
So the one on the rack's an interesting story. So about 2 years ago, my business partner and I thought it would be a fantastic idea to get a car for the shop, go to the track, and have each of the employees make passes in it. And then we've got Fred, you give me the crown. You give me the crown, Eric's. So we go out on a Friday night or whatever, Tuesday night, and do our test and tune. And then we probably average about 30 passes a night between all the guys. And we see we round robin this thing. So we'll make a pass, come back, swap a driver, put a new guy in, and go rounds. So at the end of the night, we've got this really nifty stainless steel crown that we had made from our laser guy that we give to the guy that wins that night, and he's got to give it to the guy that wins the next week. So over the winter, we thought it would be a great idea to let this El Camino, it's a 82 El Camino with a 350 in it. So we thought it'd be a great idea to get out of control. So it's got a 25-1 chassis in it now with a hammer fab rear end, a big inch small block Chevrolet with 2 kits on it. And we're going to use it like a test mule now to put different motor combos in it. We've got a single turbo LS over there, and then we've got a Coyote motor that we're going to stick over in it. And we're just going to try different engine combinations and see what works and what the guys like to drive and just get out and have a good time with it.
And that's not a stick shift car, I'm assuming.
Well, we actually have 3 pedals for it, so it will eventually have a stick shift in it at some point.
Nice.
Then we'll see who's really king.
Yeah, and the real fun of it's you go make a pass and all the guys are up there agging each other on, and we're running within a couple hundredths of each other, and it's a dogfight out there. It's a great time.
But yeah, I bet.
How fast is the car?
Right now, the best it's been is we only run 8th mile around here. It's just a stock 350 in it with some bolt-ons, and it went like 812, more like an 812 with a 3, I think was the fastest it's been. But
Okay.
the new motor's been 530s on the motor, and then it's got 2 kits to go with it. So it's gonna be quite the jump from what it used to be.
That's a big jump.
But I think this car weighed, I want to say the El Camino weighed right in at 3,400 pounds. And I think we weighed it the other day, and before we get the driver in it, I think it's right about 1,900 right now.
1,900 pounds.
Yeah, we've cut every piece there's not much El Camino left. So we'll probably come in somewhere around the 2,500 pound range when it's all back together.
Damn.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah.
And that's,
But
it's that one's been a good one. And it's been a good example of what we do for our local track, get out there and support them. But we've had a lot of the same companies come on board, just out of nowhere. These people just start giving us amazing deals on these parts to put into a car that my guys are just go out here and beat the far out of it. Those guys, Low Dollar Motorsports come in, and TRZ and Hammer Concepts, and these guys just keep on giving and giving, and it's just it's crazy.
Hammer.
So I have a question. What is the difference, like 750 cage and then there's like a 25.6 or whatever? Go through that. What is the difference? Because I don't actually know.
So the main thing we have to look at when we're speccing these cages out is what the car weighs versus the mile an hour that it's going to run, or the ET it's going to run, I should say, not the mile an hour. It's like the real teal car here. It's a 25.5. It's going to be good for 3,400 pounds to what, 750s. Chris, the 25.5 car, 750s. Yeah, 750s and quarter. Sorry. I get all the numbers mixed up. Y'all have to edit that part out. But the lightweight cars, you can get them down there to a 25.1 like the El Camino, because it's under 2,400 pounds. They can run any ET at that point. But then you get into some of the cars like Tyler's. We just did a 25.3 in it just to be overly cautious, so he can run any ET he wants to run.
So 25 is the base. What is the decimal? Does it mean anything, or is it just the way the rules are in the book?
It's just, to me, it's just the way the rules are in the book, and it bases, we just notate them by that point to what we're building it to. They're, again, reflective of the weight of the car and the ET it's going to run.
So some of the brakes then, they have to do with weight primarily, and then the ET.
Yeah, the weight and the ET go hand in hand with whatever you're going to build it to.
Okay. Interesting. So if I bought you a 62 Falcon and I said, I want this thing to be legal to go 650s with 3,000 pounds, what does that look like? I'm going to write you a check because I just won the lottery, and there would be signs, but what would that look like? And how long would it take?
I would do a 25.3 or a 25.2 car. Probably a 3, just because it leaves you a better ceiling to race to. There's not as much of an ET wall that you run into. Time wise, it really depends on some of the outstanding parts, the engines, some of the components from some of these vendors that are 2, 3, 4 months out, just trying to get stuff. You could easily be into building one of these cars for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And what would that check look like? Not including the drivetrain, but just your end of it. If just ballpark.
There's a lot of breaks in that. You can just the chassis rolling. I mean, you're probably going to be in a rolling car somewhere it just depends on what you put on it. That's kind of a vague statement. I'm reluctant to give you a number only because it's so vague with what you put in it. You could buy TBM brakes or you could buy aerospace brakes, but it's any number you give there is going to be either too high for somebody or too low. I just really have to base the project out. A fully built, dressed out, ready to go, nasty hot rod. I mean, you could be $200,000 in it pretty easy.
That's with drivetrain, right?
With drivetrain, ready to go out the door.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. So
yeah. As for
and
breaking it down by the
and I have an idea what the drivetrain would cost. So you're probably looking at 100 to 150 for it minus drivetrain, right?
Yeah, I would say you're somewhere in the 120 to 150 range, depending on a lot of variables in there. You get into some of this titanium stuff, it gets kind of pricey, and there's areas you can, Cameron Johnson makes some amazing titanium stuff. It's considerably more than his standard chrome moly stuff. But man, it's so nice.
Yeah, for sure. And it really depends on which lottery I win, but that gives me an idea.
Yeah, sorry to be so vague there. It's one of the questions we get a bunch with customers, and I'm always reluctant to go down that rabbit hole until we know where we're going.
And I really just ask it because I think people want to get into this at some level, and if they want to just go, balls to the wall and stuff, like what does that look like? And I'm like, well, like for example, you look at what Garrett built with that what's that great car that he just sold? Eagle, right?
Oh, Eagle, yeah. Yeah, you're 250, 300 grand, I think.
Well, he was selling it for $4 million, so I was thinking it was more like a $500,000 build.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah, that is right.
Yeah, with the motor.
That's right. That's the one with the Hemi in it, the Proline Hemi.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And
sorry, I was confused.
I mean that's that's a 5-second car, and that's no joke. Like you either know what you're doing or you just strap yourself in and die because it's like that's a serious car. But
yeah, I think that's why he was selling it. It was just so fast.
Yeah. I mean, he's, like he said, he has 2 kids and, young kids and a wife and a great career. And that's a lot. It's a lot of vehicle to handle. Yeah. And he drives a lot of stuff, but I can't even imagine. I mean,
it's the thing what that thing did at World Cup was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did he go 260 trapped, like 260 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was bananas. Like he said, he got out at the end just shaking like a leaf.
Yeah, for sure.
Imagine, yeah. The whole time you're thinking, don't break, don't blow a hose, don't like that kind of mile an hour is pretty scary. But I think you hit on a good point though, Jason, when you're talking about the shop car and the fact that it runs 8 in the 8th mile. And you can go out there and have a blast with your buddies.
Yes.
You definitely don't need a $250,000 race car to go out and have fun. Like, I think that's the drag and drive. I think that's where it's, lots of them like Rocky Mountain Race Week, they have a 14.0 class. And, I know guys with 6-second cars that took their daughter in there and competed in the 14 class and just had an absolute blast. Like, so. Yeah, that's what's kind of nice about the drag and drive, and a lot of the different classes is you don't have to have this super high dollar car. You can have fun with all kinds of stuff. So
I'd love to see them do I'd love to see them in some of these big stick shift races really throw in more of a street style class that you could get into for even it's going to be expensive, but for $60,000 you can build a pretty nice stick shift car that you can go out there and have a good time with, and it doesn't become a full-time job like some of these over here do.
Yeah. And as much fun as Rich and I have racing each other, we've actually talked about doing like a $2,000 or $3,000 cap. You could buy whatever car you want, but after day one, then we have to swap cars and then we race the other cars. So
I love it.
So whatever mods you do, like he's going to get that car the next day and if there's more people, almost like a chip draw, but you can't draw the same car. Like you have to constantly switch cars each day, and your average would be with you, not necessarily your car. just to kind of switch it up. But
That
man, what a
would be a
blast that would
blast.
be. Like
Yeah.
I love,
That'd be
I
so
love
fun.
racing Rich with our cars and doing what we do, but that would really change it up and it would be pretty fun.
You would just love to put Rich in a Ford for 3 days, wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, come on.
But you're right. I mean, could you imagine 5 guys, all stick shift cars, and every day are driving a different car? That would be, it would,
That would be amazing.
yeah, yeah. And
That would be internet gold right there.
it totally, we've bantered this one back and forth before, but I think you just have to figure out the insurance piece of it. Like, I don't know if one person would have to own all the cars and then you just figure it out that way, but or license all the cars. But that would, I guarantee you, your face would be sore by the end of the week by laughing your ass off.
Oh,
Man, our face has been sore just talking about it before.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was going to ask, have you any of the secret cars back there have the new Liberty in it yet?
Yes.
I love the pause, Jason.
Nice.
That was perfect.
Well, I didn't know who. Yes, at least one of them does. How about that? Maybe 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a question about that. Did you have to make considerable mods to the floor to fit that? Because it does appear to be quite a bit wider with 3, shafts in it instead of 2.
Well,
She's a
we
fat
don't have
girl,
floors
right?
to be. Yeah, she's a big girl. Now she's a little bit bigger than the other one. To get it to slide back, it does take quite a bit more room. Especially in these double frame rail jobs, you really got to plan for them when you do it. It would be tough to retrofit one in a car that wasn't designed for it with a double frame rail in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And have you tested with one of these new transmissions yet, or had someone test with one?
We have not. I've seen a few of the guys race with them. I've talked to John Rogers quite a bit about it. He absolutely loves this thing. Al Rocky's got one in his. He's not got near the potential of that thing's got in it. I mean, that car's going to be so fast. Those guys, they absolutely love that thing. I'm more of the purist. I like seeing the T56 based looking transmission.
So we could drop a plug here for Al. He's got 2 badass T56 setups. I think one of them even has the billet case, and he's
giving those things away.
He's giving them
cheap.
away. So yeah, if you don't want a big old girl in there, get a hold of Al, because he's got 2 of them that are great transmissions.
And I think one of them is.
And if you need one, or if you need a spare,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I think one of them is got 5th and 6th in it still too, because I know he's been talking drag and drive for a while. So yeah, I have 2 already. So I really don't need it. I was happy to tell you that when I pulled out the one with the PPG gear set, it was still straight, and the input shaft was still good. It was no wobbling, so I just slapped that puppy back in there after I put a new disc in the clutch. So, but yeah, that's pretty wild. It'll be really interesting to see how John and Al do with those transmissions. I'm a fan in the sense that T56 shouldn't be the limiting factor. But like Brett's not running one, and it'll be really interesting to see how that one survives, and what kind of
You mean he's not running the Liberty, he's running a T56 Magnum platform.
That's right. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. One of Joel's Atlas gear sets in it. Yeah. Super cool.
And
what
I've heard,
I think it's a great
is,
innovation to see him doing it.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there was some rumor that he's going to be shifting past 4th gear, so he might be using 5 or all 6 gears in that transmission. I don't know what that looks like, and if it's not sequential, which is not legal in the class, that's 1 gear per second. Like that's a lot. And I've never tried like the 2-3 shift, the palm shift. I've never tried that from 4th to 5th, so I don't know what that looks like, but that's a lot of room for error, that's for sure.
I can promise you that first pass at Wisconsin, you won't be able to get near the starting line.
Truth. Yeah. Yeah.
All eyes will be on him. It'll be pretty awesome.
It's great for the sport for sure. Just seeing him come in, and that I hope it's not, but that white rice thing going around today with a T56 picture in front of it's amazing.
Yeah. it's just bringing more hype to stick shift racing. I like it. I think it's freaking awesome.
I love it. The Bill Lude's coming, all that. I mean, all that's just, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be
That's so
interesting.
good.
I've heard
That's so
rumors
good.
he wasn't going to show up for this one, but we're still quite a ways away. So there's still quite a bit of time for lots of things to happen. And I don't know, when is FL2K? Is it after Wisconsin? Must be, hey?
Yes, sir. It's after. I want to say don't quote me on it. I think it's in October because the World Cup's first week in November, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that one's on my list too at some point, but I'll probably have to bail on a different event if I drive all the way down there. But um, yeah, there's just more and more stick shift racing going on everywhere we look. So it's I know Billy Hodgkinson, his war at 304. There's going to be some fast stick cars at that event too. So I was going to go, but that's like 30, damn near 40 hours to get there. So I'm
You
going to
know,
have
Rich, you can always leave your car here and fly in and then drive from here. It's half the distance.
I could, but after every event, the car needs attention. So what do you do? It's just easier to bring it home.
What's he going to drive to work then?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hate sports. They're no fun. I'm in full control when I'm in my car most of the time. Well, what do you think?
Oh,
Move to the TKX round?
yes. So, Jason, we always ask some questions to our guests if you're not aware. So I'll kick it off. The TKX round is 5 questions, and then we have the Overdrive T56 questions. So first gear, what is the first car that you owned and or modified?
First car was an 86 Mustang coupe car.
Ford.
Just,
God, I like those guys.
You'll love it. I've been Ford my whole life. The 86 Mustang, reluctant to say I didn't want it. My grandfather bought it for me. I was actually looking for a 4-wheel drive truck. My grandfather bought it, and we did quite a few cosmetic things to it. And then 2 or 3 years later, I bought a 89 Ford Mustang GT, and then that's where it all started. That spiraled it out of control in a hurry.
Nice. Oh, looks like Rich dropped off there. I'll go ahead and jam it into second gear. He'll be back in a second. But our second gear question is, what, in your opinion, has been the biggest technology change to move our sport forward?
I know it's cliche and everybody says it, but data acquisition has just been huge. I mean, we couldn't be anywhere close to where we're at if it wasn't for that. Just the stuff we learn every pass, it helps everybody. It's crazy, the stuff that we're figuring out and that the teams are sharing amongst themselves, and it's really, really cool.
Yes, agreed. That's awesome. So, Rich, you're back. I took care of the 1-2 shift. You're on for 3 and 4.
All right. Did we set these questions ahead of time, Jason? Do you know what question 3 is? If you had one day, if you could spend one day with someone, who would it be and what would you do?
It would be with my grandfather. It's where I got my car passion from. It's where I learned a lot. It's where I grew up. I lost him about 7 years ago, and what I wouldn't give for one more day.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My connection.
You want to take fourth gear too?
Okay, I'll do it here before it bails out on me. So yeah, what influences you to build your cars? If you had to build one for yourself. Oh, there you go. My
personal cars now, I would say it's wanting to just get out and enjoy it. Really want to showcase what we do here at our shop. I like trying different things. Like I said, I'm in the final stages of a 67 F100 with a blown Coyote in it with a 6-speed 6R80. It's been cut down with Mustang rear suspension and Mustang interior in it. I have a 2020 Mustang, and it's just custom built headers and exhaust and all the stuff we do here. And I just really want to get out and have a good time with the family and my friends and just enjoy life. Quality of life is one of the biggest things over the last 15 years. And I just try to enjoy every day.
That's awesome. All right. So now we're going to try that fast shift into 5th gear, see how that works.
That old Brett LaSalla fifth gear shift.
We're going to find out. That may become the signature name for it. Yeah. But so what in your opinion, Jason, is the secret to stick shift racing?
Teamwork. Hands down teamwork. It's to run at this level, you've got to have a good crew. You've got to have people you trust. You've got to have, other competitors helping other competitors, because we couldn't do this by ourselves. We can't go out here and go bickering with each other. The times that Ryan's come over and helped, or Josh goes and helps somebody, or, these guys are always there for each other. And it's a teamwork mentality. That's what drives me and my crew to go out there and help all these guys. We want to be part of this thing that's growing and help these guys. And we want to see everybody succeed.
I like that answer. I think that's actually why Rich won the last event, is because I helped him.
That's a good call.
Yeah. All right. Now we'll take it into the 6th gear question. Jason, tell us your first memory of making a pass in a stick car.
The 89 Mustang that I have that we did mini Mexican street races in. I can remember it like it was yesterday. Old 89 model Mustang, 10 holes on the back with a 26 8.5 slick on the back of it. Set of drag lights on the front, small block Ford, carbureted with a little bit of nitrous on it. Wasn't super fast. I think we went 720s in the 8th, but man, it was such a good time. Such a good time.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. I love it. Yeah. And honestly, in a street car on the street, like 720s is moving. Like that's no joke.
That was, it was pretty decent for back then. That would have been 96, 97.
Oh yeah. That's good. That's fast. Awesome. You got anything else there, Rich Guido?
No, other than a crappy internet connection right now. That's about all. I don't know where it went. All of a sudden it disappeared. But
all right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll wrap this up, and then Jason, don't go anywhere. But
yes, sir.
First of all, thank you so much. This has been fantastic. And I would say you can find Clutch Burners podcast on all the podcast platforms. I mean, obviously, if you're listening now, you found it. And we'd love to see people in Clutch Burners merch as far as t-shirts, and also head over to stickracing.com and grab a Stick Shift Nation shirt, hat, or sticker. And Travis has put together a couple of other pretty cool t-shirts for that as well. So go over there and check it out. We love to see comments on the podcast, and let us know some guests that you might like to see or whatever. So with that, I think I'll take us out, and thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Media,
yes.
Yep. Social media stuff, Jason. We can, I was looking on your website.
I forgot.
Under construction a bit.
Yeah, we've actually transferred over to topendfab.com. Our other one got hacked by some pirating stuff. So we've gone to topendfab.com, and then all of our social media stuff is Top End Fabrication. That's the YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, then TikTok, of course.
Yeah, we'll put that in the show notes, so we'll get that from you here in a second.
Thank you,
awesome.
Sir.
Well, thanks, Rich. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
I think we're good now, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll take it out. Thank you for listening, and we are out.
Thank you.